Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Break through those fears. I'm going to have a swig of coffee on this very overcast day in Atlanta. Hopefully we'll get a little rain. It's been very hot here. It's May of 2018. All right. Today we're going to talk about words and the power of words and how that works. We hear a lot of things. We hear about law of attraction and manifesting and the power of words and I am and all this stuff, but we don't really always understand what's behind it. Not that anybody really truly has those answers. Ultimately, I think we have a pretty good idea of what it really means and what's happening behind it, but I want to review it with you because I want you to understand what's at the root of all this, because many times we operate on this superficial level. That's why I'm such a stick in the mud when it comes to law of attraction, because I think so many people are running around not understanding the depth of what it is and why they're not manifesting the lives they want. So when your law of attraction is there's something out there that I need to attract to me. No. This is true. Every probability exists. It's not out there, you have to attract it to you. You have to shift into the frequency that it's in. Right? So it's like I told somebody, you know, here's my glasses and here's my coffee. This coffee's here the whole time, but if I'm looking at my glasses, I don't know that it's there, or even if I know it's there, if I'm not looking at it, it's not going to be coming into my life. That's all it is. Everything's right there. It's right there. So you have to just shift into it and look at it. Focus on it. Focus on it. When people join my internet training, I actually work with them on manifesting. We actually have webinars where I have them envision things and focus on manifesting, and then I tell them they need to do it every single day. So when your focus is not when it's all over the place, like I'm going to focus here and then focus here and focus, your message to the universe is that you're really not sure what you want, and that, you know, just you're sending random messages. I want this, I want that, I want that. It's all over the place. So, and people wonder why things don't manifest. So I'm going to do a few of these videos where we're talking about the mechanics of everything. And I hate to use that word. It's really not mechanics, because this world is just so unbelievable. And so are you. You wield that power. You are that power. Words, why are they so powerful? Coffee sip. Words are powerful because not the word itself as much as what's behind it. So you can say words, and that's good if they're positive. That's definitely a step in the right direction. That's a step in the higher frequency. Oh, dear Lord, my cat is like needing a lot of it. He's very needy today. Do you want to come up here? You can come up here. So that's a step in the right direction, because when you hear something, it's like a smile. If you're not happy and you smile, you feel a little happy, don't you, right? I know I do. So this is why going through the motions, this is why mantras have some effect on you. Now, mantras are mantras, and that's not what changes your life. It's when you continually push in that direction. Say the better things. Say the positive things. Focus on making better decisions, not gossiping, not looking at the other stuff. Everything you're putting in your head, you know, it's part of energy. So words are energy. There's always something behind words. So I love life. I just sent that out to the universe. Now, what if I don't feel like I love life? What if I'm terribly depressed? Well, again, step in the right direction. So the child is playing with his toys now, so I apologize for any noise you hear in the background. Coo, my stray kitty. So how do we make words truly powerful? There is other work that has to be done. the underlying feelings and beliefs behind that word, if they are not matching the words, you're not going to see things manifest probably like the way you would like to, because you're not really believing it. And belief creates the feelings, which creates the I have, I am, I have, it's done. But if you're saying that, you're not believing it, then, right? You can't fool the universe. So people think, oh, I say stuff and nobody knows what I'm thinking. Everything is a part of the one. Everything. And no matter what you try, like people like, oh, they try to, okay, I'm going to think this, but back here I'm really thinking something different, feeling something different. There are no secrets from the universe. You are the universe. The universe knows you, everything about you, all that you're thinking, all that you're feeling, what your true intentions are. Oh, I'm going to give, and I'll receive, and aren't I? And then you get accolades at the church. Oh, I'm such a giver, I'm such a doer. And then I know some of those people, and I know what's behind it. Density. Now, is it a bad thing to give? No, that's awesome. Mother Teresa used to say, I'll take drug runner money. It works just as good as somebody else's, and who's to judge what somebody else's money is too, right? Does everybody have to be pious and perfect, you know, if they're giving? No. So the money's just as effective from the, you know, the perfect Zen person as it is from the drug dealer. It's still doing good. Now, the repercussions from that to the drug dealer are going to be different, because they're trying to do good, but on the other hand, they're putting, you know, negativity into this world. So that's just their personal journey that they're going to have to deal with in addition to the people that they're affecting. And then their decisions, whether or not they take drugs or get involved in that stuff. So everybody's responsible for their own actions, including you. So what are you doing behind the words? Words are powerful. And okay, so let's talk about words every day. So sometimes we think about, oh, I'm going to use words to get what I want. But what about all that other stuff I'm saying at work? You know, to my friends. How am I talking to, you know, my parents or my kids, or if I yell at the dog? Everything counts. Everything counts. So when you catch yourself with the words, then you're more aware of the feelings behind them. It's like, okay, what am I about to say? I am unlimited. Well, I know that. You may not think that because, you know, we have some physical constraints and things that go on this planet. You're unlimited. Actually, those only exist because we are on such a dense planet in a third dimension, and now fourth and fifth dimension for some of us. I include myself in that because my world is very different to a lot of other people's. If your world is very dense and nasty and wars and everything's negative, then you're creating that. That's your world. It's not mine. It's not mine. And you might say, oh, I get people, oh, you have your head in the sand. I'm like, so what? Where's yours? What, your world is better, right? You see it as nasty, and because you're focused on those things. I'm not. I'm raising the frequency of the planet because I focus on the positivity. I focus on what I can do. I send my light and love. Do you send light and love throughout this planet? Healing, abundance, every day. Every single day, it makes a difference. There was a huge study of people that were meditating on peace, and within 24 hours, the crime rate and terrorist activities went down 72%. 72%. That's not a coincidence. That's the power you wield. So if all of us send light and love, and you don't have to use the words. So the word is what's going on in your head. It doesn't have to be spoken. So the spoken word is very powerful because of the thoughts and feelings and beliefs behind it. It also has a more power too, not necessarily more power, but it has a lot of power when those thoughts and feelings are positive and you actually believe what you're saying. Now, the spoken word can be very powerful within your mind. So if you're speaking the words in your mind, somebody just asked me the other day, do I have to ask my angels for help out loud? I said, absolutely not. So this is this whole thing of being physical. We can't even comprehend that no communication is required. On most planets, they don't speak. That's why a lot of them don't have mouths, because there's no speaking or eating required. By the way, I'm on day 4 of not eating anything, and I feel perfectly fine. I may have, I don't know if I'll have dinner or not, but it's amazing what rules we make up about ourselves, about, you know, words. Is that doing anything? Everything counts. Everything counts. There's no hiding anything. All your thoughts are words in your head. They are feelings and beliefs. They're a reflection of that. You're always talking in your head, right? Most of us have the chatter in the head. Well, you know, not all of us, but I know the chatter in the head, and I get that once in a while too. I'm like, why am I thinking? I don't need to be thinking. Let me take a sip. Now the child is playing with his ball. Seriously, he will like be sleeping as soon as the camera comes on. Didn't you used to do that? As soon as your mom got on the phone, you'd be going, Mom, Bob, I need this and that. Yeah. All right. So spoken word is extremely powerful, and what you say counts. Be very aware of it. It wields awesome power. And be aware of if you're connecting to that word or not. I am powerful. A lot of people feel very uncomfortable saying that. They just feel like it's not right. It's not right for them to. Don't play with the microphone, please. So what happens is we have these beliefs like, I'm not powerful because that's going against God, because I've been told that, you know, God is some angry, punishing, you know, thing up here that's separate from me. So when you say these things, you're not really believing it. So herein lies the work. You have got to go to the root of that and ask yourself, why am I feeling limited? How can I possibly be limited? I am of the one that is unlimited, that power. It's just a power expressing itself in different ways. And you're one of those expressions. Not separately, you are the one expressing itself. It doesn't feel like it, because if it felt like it, you wouldn't be able to play out the role that you're here as a human being, going through the struggles and the density. You can't remember who you were and function here in the same way. That's part of the whole game, and it is a game. I know people get mad sometimes when I say that. You should take it more seriously. Okay, I'll sit around and get really serious about it. Can we stop taking this so seriously? All of it. All of it. You know, even if you're going through really nasty stuff, just go, you know what? This is just an experience. It's going to pass. I mean, how many times have you been through something really traumatic, and then like the next year, it's like you're on top of the world? This too shall pass. Experience it. Really experience it. Sit in. And I've sat in stuff and thought, all right, this is what, you know, frustration feels like. This is what fear feels like. And the more you put a spotlight on it, it's like, oops, I didn't know you were going to do that. And it sort of shrinks back, because it's like, now what? Now what do you have to say? Nothing. It loves it. It wants you to battle it. It wants you, you know, those words are powerful when you're speaking words of disempowerment. I can't do this. This is blasphemy. Who am I to think that I'm unlimited? All of it. These are all words in your head, the chatter. When you speak out loud, the words you listen to on television, are they negative? As soon as it gets negative, I'll like, boom. Don't want to hear it, especially if it's animals. I can handle people, but don't be hurting an animal. All right, hold on. So words are actually everything that's going on constantly. It's our communication. It's an expression of our feelings and our beliefs. What are you saying and what are you thinking? Those are all words. Every single one of them wields unbelievable power. It is the direct message to the universe, your directive to what you're manifesting. Yeah. That's scary, right? Oops, what was I thinking? It's not like, oh, I'm going to so this is the whole, how do things work? I'm going to manifest over here, and then I'm going to go over here and think that I'm powerless and unworthy and stupid and ugly. And I feel, somebody just said that they were ugly by terms of this world. I'm thinking, maybe you believe that, but I believe everybody's beautiful. We have a purpose. Just because physical attributes don't fit into the mold of the density of the planet, when you're on a higher frequency, that doesn't exist, right? So don't be calling yourself ugly. Even if you don't believe it, don't use the words. You don't need to go there. I'm beautiful. I look in the mirror and I go, damn, I got really lucky this time. I haven't always been nice looking. Am I a supermodel? Of course not. But you know what? Everybody's beautiful. You don't have to be a supermodel to be beautiful. You're beautiful. I don't care what you look like. You're beautiful. You are a light being. What are you thinking about that? What words are you saying about that? That's negative. If you don't value yourself, the universe will send that message back to you until you correct it. So when you get stuff from the universe that appears to be negative, it is your directives and your directives to correct it. So when you get negative things that happen to you, that's you saying, you know what, I keep doing and thinking, and I have patterns and thoughts and whatever that are putting me in this negative place that I don't like. The universe is going, yeah, you told us to do this, and guess what? You need to correct it. If you want to get out of here, here's what's happening. Change it, correct it. What are you thinking, feeling, doing? I have a lot of people that, I'm this and I'm that, and they're doing nothing. Then they're doing completely the opposite of what they're saying. So the words wield actually a negative power. It comes from an ego standpoint that stuff's just going to show up for you without any effort because you don't want to learn and have the journey. The journey is what counts. If you're not taking action to change the things that are not happening for you, they're going to continue to show up until you break through those things to get to that higher place. Everything on this planet is meant for you to keep going to a higher frequency. So you're going to keep getting stuff that you need to clear out. If you're getting stuff you don't like, something has to clear out. Right? For me, sometimes it's just paying attention for me. I need to be very aware and in the present moment. And it's, you stub your toe or whatever. It's a reminder. Be present. Nothing's random. So what are you thinking at that moment when you stub your toe, or not thinking? Well, I have to be thinking about something because if I'm not paying attention, my mind's someplace else, right? What are you telling yourself when you look in the mirror? What are you thinking when you're at work or you want to go after? I get this a lot with internet marketing. People get trained on stuff that's extremely powerful, and then they tell themselves some ridiculous story. Oh, this isn't for me. I can't do this. I'm like, what? It's a tool. It's a tool. If I gave you a whole thing of tools, wouldn't you want them? You might need them sometime, or you can use them to create unbelievable stuff. We tell ourselves all these crazy stories in our head to talk ourselves out of things because we might just have to do some work. There's a journey. I'm going to have to break my habits. I'm going to have to do something different. I gave up all my allergy meds, and I got to tell you, today my eyes are itchy. Could have been the poison ivy I was in a couple days ago. There are going to be some possible growing pains, not really, but you can look at it that way. Sometimes it's uncomfortable when you have to make that change of really working on what's behind the words, what's behind the thinking, the words in the head, what's going on back there. I got to change that, and then these words are going to be powerful because I truly believe them. It has to be coherent. You can't be saying words up here and feeling this down here, right? You can't do that. There's no match. The abundance, I'm talking abundance, and I'm feeling this down here. Where's the stuff? Where's the happiness? Where's the joy? Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Guess what? It's up here with the words, but I'm not feeling it. That's exactly how it works. Everything's just energy and a frequency. There's no thought behind it. There's no judgment. The universe is just giving you what you order and what you're feeling and thinking. So get it in check. You can do this. Start working on those feelings. Am I really believing this? Why am I hesitating to go be adventurous in my life? What am I holding back on? What the heck did I believe in my childhood or whatever happened to me that I'm still believing now that makes no sense at all? Because I can change anything at any moment. Any moment. You might have an epiphany and go, oh my God, I've been living like in a box. Oh, telling myself all this stuff and open it up, just break through it, bust out. There are no limits. What do you believe? You get to choose. This is the beauty of free will. You get to choose. Use your words. Know if you believe them or not. And if you don't believe them, then you've got the work to do. And that's what's going to take you to that higher frequency. And believe me, get ready. It's going to blow your mind. My life continues to amaze me. Just the stuff that shows up that I wasn't even planning on. You know why? I'm planning on being great. I'm planning on being my best. I'm planning on learning and transitioning and being better and breaking through all the things that are my human frailties and habits and whatever else that I find myself continue to have to get triggered. You're not going to stop being human. So be okay with it. You don't go into some euphoric state where, nothing ever happens to you. Even enlightened beings experience when they're on this planet, experience the feelings that humans do. They just don't react to it. They don't believe it anymore. Right? They don't believe it. And their words then come from a completely different place, even if these things are going on. So don't expect this stuff to go away. Just change how you're believing and thinking about it. It's not true. Those words were not true. I am worthy. I am smart. I am all these things. And maybe, I'm not a great student, but, hey, I was one of those kids that, you know what, you love to hate. Love to hate. Captain of the cheerleading squad, outstanding grades, vice president of the executive body. I was just one of those kids. I just excelled at things. I was good at learning, and there's brilliant kids that are terrible at school. They just learn differently, but we have a linear box that we're in here on this planet, and if you don't play by those rules or look a certain way or act a certain way, you got bullies. They're the most messed up people. Why? Because we use the words. And then we plant them, and it's only if you believe them. And you got to believe your own words. So start getting in check with that. Start getting in touch with that. And ask yourself, do I believe those words? I can't just say a mantra. I got to believe them. Where's that coming from? Mom and Dad, I don't believe what you said anymore. That teacher who told you that you would never be good at anything, you don't have to believe it anymore. Bless them. They came from a dense place. That's okay. That's not you. Don't be blaming the dense world. Start taking charge of making it a higher frequency. It's pulling away and saying, that's okay. That's how we spoke back then. That's how people speak in the third dimension. That's not where you are. So examine the words in your head, what you speak, what you listen to, and really take note and be on it and work on it. You don't have to believe the negative ones anymore. Speak the positive ones. Smile when you don't really feel like it, and eventually you'll start to meet that. And you've got to keep working on it. Work on it, work on it. It's part of your journey. That's why you came here. You're whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. You are absolutely perfect. You're absolutely perfect. You're just experiencing something here in a different kind of body, in a different kind of journey. Some people have certain things that they come with. Some people have certain struggles. It's okay. It's just your journey. Experience it. Do and be your best. You can do anything you want with this life. What are you going to do with it? It's fabulous, and you are fabulous. My God, do you not see what I see in you? Next time you look in the mirror, say, you know what? I am beautiful. Why? Because I am of the one. How can I not be? It's not like you aren't and somebody else is. You're an expression of the one, just like Everybody is. You're perfect. Go manifest some miracles. Namaste.